Okay, so today we're going to be removing and replacing our side marker light on a 99 Kia Sportage. They've made it really easy on this model because all you have to do to remove the, you got to remove the lens to get to the bulb, but that only involves hooking your finger in this little loop right here, releasing this hook right here, and then the lens is going to, let me turn my flashlight off here. The lens is going to pop right out like this, and then you got plenty of wire even. This is the spring mechanism I was talking about. This just hooks right around that body panel. And then it's just a matter of pulling this, twisting it straight out. And it may be, if it hasn't been out in a while, it may be kind of hard to do. So you may need something like this, some type of gripping device that's got a nice padded grip so you don't break this plastic, because it's probably pretty brittle, since 1999. So anyway, that comes straight out, and there's your bulb. It's a dual filament bulb, so in this case, the blinker still works, but the side marker light does not. And both jobs are done by the same bulb. So we'll just run to the parts store and get a bulb and put it back in there. And I'll show you that when I get back. Okay, so we're back from the parts store, and we got our bulbs here. These are 1157 NA, which is the same thing that came out. The ones that came out with GE, these are Eco, something like that. Should work. There's, where is it? There it is. A couple of little knobs on here, and those are going to line up with the little slots right there. So you just push it down in there till it bottoms out, then give it a little turn till it locks in, and that gets your bulb in. Same situation, putting this back into the housing. These tabs are going to line up with these cutouts, and then you're just going to crank it maybe 1/8 of a turn. That locks it in. And that should, and then of course putting it back in, you've got a couple of tabs right here. Those are going to match up to these slots right here. And then just push it through, push this little gadget through the hole in the inside of the fender well, and then this is just going to hook over that little slot. Can't hardly see it really, but you will see it when you look in there. There we go. That hole right there. You can see the scratch placed in the dirt where it used to be. You'll just hook your finger around that little loop, and when it finishes up, it's going to look just like that. It's going to be hooked over the edge of it. It's a really slick system. It's really easy to do. So I hope this helps somebody, and be sure and hit that like and share button if you really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, we got our new bulb in, but unfortunately, that was not the problem. The blinker still works, but the running light, side marker light, does not work. So when I looked a little closer, I guess it's not going to focus on it there. When I looked a little closer, I found that we have some stripped wires. I guess the way that it was in there, the vibration eventually just wore it through. So I'll check the fuses and see if we just blew a fuse, or maybe one of the wires has just worn completely in two. Not sure at this point, but we'll do some more checking on it, and we'll see if we can get that fixed up. Alright, so we're back. We've got the rubber stripped off of the wires that were damaged. I used this pair of wire strippers here to peel the rubber back. One wire was completely worn in two, so we'll be connecting that back. Another wire just has the insulation worn off of it. So we'll be coating that one with this moisture sealing electrical tape. And we'll be using one of these very common connectors right here. This is basically just a metal tube with an insulating housing on it. And we'll be using these crimpers to smash that down around the wire. On this particular pair, you'll notice that it's marked INSNON, which means insulated and non-insulated. So for this style connector, since it's insulated, that's what we'll be using. And we're basically just going to stick that right up into the like that, and then we'll crimp it on. Do the same thing with the other end. Should be ready to go. We'll get that done and I'll be right back. And we're back. As you can see, I have the broken wire spliced together and the other wire coated using the moisture sealing electrical tape. This moisture sealing tape is basically, it's kind of a rubbery material. So what I did was just squeezed it around there. It's very sticky, so I have a lot of confidence in it. And then you can see what the splice looks like. These the Klein's crimpers make a nice secure crimp. And I've plugged it in and everything works fine. So I hope this will be help to somebody. I'm probably going to, you can actually look from beneath the bumper up to where this is, and so I'll probably take a look at it and see if I can figure out what made it wear like this to begin with. Maybe use a tie strap and tie it somewhere, and then look at the other side too. So anyway, hope this helped everybody, and if so, please give me a like and share. Thank you. Okay, I just want to add something real quick here. I got everything back together. It's been working fine for a couple of months now. Right after I had this problem, the fuse started blowing on my dash lights and tail light, which are on the same 10-amp fuse. And I was not able to locate that short myself. I had to take it to a professional who would charge me a couple $100, which was actually really reasonable because those things are hard to find. It wound up being on the back bumper or under the back bumper, and it was the same thing. Some insulation had just worn off of wire. So apparently on these vehicles, when they get a few years on them, that's going to be a problem. And so if you have that issue come up, that'd be the first place to look, would be back there under the rear bumper somewhere. I have a trailer hitch on this, so I thought that might be the problem, but it wasn't. The other thing I wanted to mention is, at the first of the video, you might have noticed that these headlights were very dingy and yellow and weren't working very well at all. And I used a 3M headlight refinishing kit that was pretty slick, did a pretty good job. So I got another vehicle and I'll be doing a video of that coming up soon. But just wanted to show you that and mention that, and I hope this was a help to somebody.